Hello everybody and welcome back to Blocker's bonus stage for more Yugioh Capsule Monsters Coliseum. Today's opponent will be taking on Bandit Keith.
I'm your next opponent, the great Bandit Keith. I'm the former American champ. There's no way a snot-nosed punk like you could beat me.
If you're the former American champion, that means you're not the champion anymore, right?
Shut your mouth, runt. I'm warning you. Dissing me is gonna be hazardous to your health.
How dare you call yourself a champion? You've always dueled without pride or honor, cheating every chance you get. You've fallen far, Bandit Keith. So far that you're nothing more than a failure.
I'll make you eat your words. You're about to feel the greatest pain you've ever felt in your life.
Yeah, when it comes to cheaters, I think Bandit Keith is definitely like the most egregious. Because unlike Weevil, who plans his cheating in advance, you know, throwing cards overboard before a duel, Keith straight up just stocks cards in his wristbands and steals opponents' cards before a duel. Like, yeah, he's definitely the most egregious cheater in this game. Also, do you notice what Keith called himself? He called himself the former American champion. Now, why is that a problem? Well, in the dub, Keith is not the American champion. He's the Intercontinental champion. In the Japanese subversion, he's the American champion. So this gives credence to my theory that the game's script is based a little bit more on the original Japanese subversion than the dub. Now, this stage is very tough. Bandit Keith plays a lot of dark and a lot of thunder monsters. However, I'm going to be bringing out some wood, water, and wind, since I've been leveling up a lot of those monsters. Now, this stage itself is really unique. It has 60 dark. And for any attribute, that's about as high as it gets, to be honest. So, if you have anything dark that needs to evolve, this is the perfect stage to do it, especially if it's something that requires a high attribute level. For example, Red Eye's Black Dragon, well, which you probably won't have access to right now, because that's an after-game prize. You have to actually beat the game to get that. So yeah, for this stage, bring out whatever you think would help you. Just bring out whatever you level up. Now, most of his monsters are not that bad. It's the same kind of Dark and Thunder you've seen before. You know, Steel Scorpion. But he plays this monster called Barrel Dragon. It's strong. It is an absolute menace. And with the Dark attribute boost, that thing is, well, with the Dark attribute boost in this stage, and Keith's symbol being dark, that really pushes Barrel Dragon up. And to top it off, its range is also really high. And, honestly, it's actually really cool looking. It's like some Wild West Cerberus. You know, it's like a Metal Gear. Not the franchise itself, like the final boss robots.
I'll finish you quick.
I guess it fits since Konami made both games. Keith's monsters as a whole also have inflated strength due to everything I mentioned. However, you're not powerless. Keith's symbol can be a prime target if you've leveled up anything with strong defense. Like I did Great Moth and Needleworm. You'll be able to withstand an attack, Wood and wind are the best choices since they have good defense. Fire doesn't really have the defense to withstand the dark attacks, and water is serviceable in this duel. Now, also, avoid earth completely. Seriously, why would you do that to yourself? Seriously, why would you do that to yourself? Keith's dark monsters are so insanely strong, they don't need you giving them an advantage. This would be like if you went to fight Thor, and then you covered your body in water so you'd be more conductive to electricity. Why would you do that? I'm not gonna lie to you. Keith is a very tricky opponent, mostly because of Barrel Dragon. The rest of his monsters are beatable, besides Needle Ball, but due to its wonky movement and the very narrow corridors, you'll be fine if you plan around it. Now, the way the stage works is there's basically 3 paths with barriers between them, but each barrier also has gaps, so you can go in between each path. But the gaps are only one space. But what I would usually do is you see that pole right there, right to my left? That big green gap? Stand in front of that and Needle Ball can't actually get to you. Because he can't get in front of you to attack, and there's not enough space on the sides to get to you. And he'll only send Needle Ball down this way. He doesn't send anything else that way. Down the middle path, send your best monster. Down the right path, send any other monsters you have with good range. And also, this stage is a treasure trove. It's like a tomb that's been robbed. And since Keith is a very greedy and money-hungry person, I think it fits him perfectly. You know, just a random thing about Bandit Keith. Does anyone else reminded of Hulk Hogan? He basically is just Hogan without the mustache. Like, he's got a bandana, he's tall, he's blonde, and he's over American, and he's an American champion, so.
I've eliminated your first monster.
Oh, feisty.
Then again, that's probably just the inner smark in me coming out, so. Yeah, you can hide behind that hole where he can't get to you, or just attack him head on if you have a powerful enough monster. It doesn't matter either way. But also, there's not really any areas that give a boost to any attribute. It's more so the whole stage itself favors dark. Like, the stage itself favors dark, his dark symbol gives his monsters a boost. So basically, everything about Barrel Dragon...
I'm the former US champ! This can't be happening to me!
Everything about Barrel Dragon is inflated, so... That thing is a menace. Be careful around it. Okay. Of course, since this is chess-based, since this game is very similar to chess...
If that's all the damage you can deal, then my monster will not fall.
There's no way for Bandit Keith to cheat.
This guy's nothing like you faced before.
Okay, here we go. I've been building up to it, and here is Bandit Keith, his best monster.
How does it feel to be blasted out of existence?
You know, a lot of people like to bash on the edits, and
every move is another step in achieving my
Barrel Dragon looking more like Now, for all the hype I've been giving it, I'm actually going to be able to take out Barrel Dragon. You see, well, not yet. Barrel Dragon can actually survive my Great Moth. And that is something no other monster to this point will ever be able to say. So he can survive an attack from Great Moth. And most of the boss monsters I've faced so far, or will be facing later, fell to Great Moth. So I guess that just shows you how big the stage advantage in this area is. It's bad. Yeah, a lot of people mock Barrel Dragon for looking more like he has laser guns than actual revolvers. But,
Admit it! I know you're cheating!
But, I mean, I like the look of the laser guns. Plus, I mean, a lot of the cards that edit out guns actually do look pretty cool. Like Barrel Behind the Door, the gun looks more Egyptian, like a sarcophagus, rather than a pistol. So, also, isn't it kind of weird that an American dub is censoring guns in America? And yes, this is a tangent, but hey. You've probably gotten used to that by now, my weird tangents. Considering America is basically gun country USA, so. And I mean, you know, Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam had guns. And then even, like, shows that aired
You're gonna pay big time, runt!
on the same network as Yu-Gi-Oh! Things like Static Shock didn't edit out their guns. In fact, they show them pretty prominently. So, I don't know. I'm rambling here because, hey, that's what you gotta do in a Let's Play. Because these duels do take a long time. I mean, every duel takes 15 to 20 minutes, so you can't really fill it up with strategy. I mean, this stage, it's narrow, and his monsters have pretty good range. So, the best thing to do is level up your monsters prior so you actually have a fighting chance, for one. And, well, that's it, really. A lot of the later duels in this game come down to how well you've leveled up your monsters. And see, as you can see right now, the left path, there's only 2 spaces you can use to get out to the other path. So you have to be very careful with not getting stuck. It would be funny if they could include some way for Bandit Keith to cheat. Or like in Duelist to the Roses, I would have liked for him to have cheated in the game some way. Like an obstacle you have to overcome. Yeah, I really wish there was a better way to make Yu-Gi-Oh games that actually feel a lot like the show and include the actual personality quirks of the characters, like the cheating and all that stuff. I'm going to take out his La La Laoon. Yeah, that's what that thing's called. It's basically an electric cloud. I'm just trying right now to stay defending so I can and get my Needleworm in so I can do like a combo attack and end him in one turn. Because even my Great Moth, with as leveled up as it is, it's going to do some damage if he gets hit by it. And I'm bringing some other monsters just in case, just to have his backup. But you see, I've got Great Moth lying in wait just in the path, and I've got White Dolphin going for the symbol just in case. Keith often does leave his symbol uncovered, so that might be a good path to go. So he's going to attack my Great Moth, and look how much damage. Oh, he's going to go for my Needleworm. See? Like, Needleworm's been able to withstand a lot of attacks so far in previous duels. But this is going to be the end of it for Bandit Keith. Is I'm going to pull a 2 attack, and that'll be it.
You punk!
And that's it. It is over. You know, I like Bandit Keith as... I kind of like Bandit Keith as a character.
This will finish you.
I don't know. I like his machine cards. But we won.
You're not getting away with this!
I guess Bandit Keith couldn't pull a "that doesn't work for me, brother" on this day.
No way! I've beaten tougher opponents than you. How could I lose?
This duel was over before it began, when you decided to fight without honor.
What do you know? Drill this into your head. Next time, I will get my revenge. Just you wait. I'm out of here.
Goodbye and good riddance, Bandit Keith.
Yeah, you can tell Atem hates Bandit Keith. Like, you can just sense the tension there. And it's true, because even in the old series, Season 0, Yugi, Atem, whatever, had no patience for cheaters, and, well, they'd get banished. Also, this stage has a unique cutscene of it crumbling, which no other stage gets, so that's weird. I guess Blocker Mania ran wild on Bandit Keith today. And yes, I promise I'll never say that again. Don't worry. And, now you get to take his monsters. Well, level up Root Water. I get to level up my monsters, which is cool. Needleworm all the way up to 6. Take Braille Dragon. It's not even a choice. Like, seriously, why would you even think about getting anything else? Tune in next time we take on Maximilian Pegasus. Have a good one, folks. I'll see you there.